Now the audio is playing. Thanks for helping me out with that, chat. Sorry, the audio was just silent, and I had to restart it after streaming music that apparently wasn't even streaming the entire time.
If it helps, it was pretty good music. I got to hear it.
Oh.
I was sitting here in the headphones just kind of vibing. This is good times.
Yeah. Now we're just starting proper.
Oh, the game's starting over? Cool.
Yeah.
I hope we can go through the intro cutscene again with the cookie.
We're not doing that. We do get to
Okay.
revisit that at some point, though.
Oh, yeah.
Also, wait, chat. Can you see us? Can you hear us?
Are we valid?
Are we seen? Or as I should. Okay, cool. You can see a Doge and here, and you can hear the game and see the game. Like I said, Piro's invisible because Piro's actually directly.
Yeah, I'm like.
Yeah. So I'm gonna create an image to represent Piro.
Oh, I have. There's
Oh,
one
yeah.
in the Discord. I put new ones in there actually for you, because I redid mine.
Yeah, let me just do that one then. So Piro's won't light up,
But I'll be here in spirit.
but they'll be next to me.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually the producer.
Yeah.
I have more say than the director because I paid for most of it.
Okay, well, it won't.
Can y'all hear me chewing? I hope you can.
Get some of that nice crunch in.
These Dot's Homestyle Southwest pretzels, they taste like Taco Bell.
Desktop. Piro. There we go.
The gas station had those. Oh, I'm huge. Oh, the
Now you're normal size.
yeah.
So
Not
Piro's
micro
just gonna
size.
be you're just gonna be lit up all the time because.
That's normal.
Okay, Addy, not only does it taste like Taco Bell, I didn't believe this until Piro made me try it. It tastes like Taco Bell, like with the lettuce. Like it's got like the lettuce, like the bad fake lettuce taste to it.
Yeah, it's like when you hear the term flavor blasted, it's definitely what flavor blasted is.
I love being flavor blasted. Look at these assholes.
Hey, you haven't seen any
My wife
thieves,
flavor
have
blasts
you?
my
Bunch of sticky-fingered bastards keep
brown
taking
area.
my
What
merchandise.
does he say?
Oh.
Brown taint area.
It's like penis taint brown area.
Yeah, penis taint brown area.
Like
in
it's
that
his whole mess down there.
Bro, Kevin Smith's wife a freak. She looks front to back.
No, first I've heard of it. They don't take a lot, but when they strike, it's always food. And in some ways, that's our most precious commodity.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe I can
What's
help.
the name of it so people can look for it at home?
Oh, it is Dot's Homestyle Pretzels.
Dots Homestyle Pretzels. Find them at your local Valero, maybe?
Southwest season. They're everywhere now. You can find them in supermarkets and
A little smaller, so you're not-
your local grocer's freezer. But they're
Well,
they're pretty good. Even the regular flavors are good.
Do you have a
Yeah.
plan? Or are we
It
going
tastes
to
like
walk up to every person we see and
Try
shake
not to
them
burp
until
into the mic.
stolen vegetables
Thank you.
fall
I
from their
appreciate it.
pockets?
Yeah,
Let's try asking
just
around the
boyfriend
village.
things.
Thieves in the village. Can't believe it.
One could call it a sign of the times. Rare is the man who steals out of choice as opposed to need.
I have nothing to say to that, Weiss. I don't like
dealing
that.
with a wave of robberies lately. Gotta
So
keep a close eye on
he's
your
walked
purse.
back that tweet, Crime Puddles. He said it was done on a dare. Like I think he did it a couple years
dealing
ago.
with
He
a
said it
wave
was a
of
dare
robberies.
tweet that someone told him to make the worst tweet possible. I
Oh,
don't buy
yeah.
that at
yeah,
all.
no, I think that's bullshit. I think he tweeted that sincerely.
He's exactly that type of guy back then to tweet something like that.
He's that type of guy now. He
Yeah,
tweeted
he
those
hasn't
photos of
changed.
him crying about the Mandalorian, and he just looked like he hit a bull too hard.
I watched that Mandalorian. The second you find out it's Nathan Filon, it just ruins the whole show. Because he's like, man, they put him in another thing. Come on.
What's up?
Our water wheel is on its last legs. I'd like to shore it up, but the job is a little beyond my skill set.
This is a wise thought on your part. That wheel is a machine of not insignificant age. Better to repair it now than wait until it fails completely.
I suppose we'd all be in trouble if it broke. So what do we need?
Replacing the
Well,
axle and the
to be fair, that was probably one of the worst tweets in
I believe
2006
the
or whatever
strange
when he
thing
tweeted
store
it.
in Facade should have everything we need.
Pretty dog shit tweet.
Was Twitter around in 2006 though?
Maybe
That's
like
20
2008.
When did Twitter? 2009, I think, is when Twitter was. Because I
Really?
feel like
'Cause
that's the oldest tweets I ever see are 2009.
Well, yeah, but they did do a purge. No, there were 2000. I swear there was 2004 tweets and stuff like that. So I had a LG rumor before
And while you're
smartphones
gone-
were a thing. Yeah, 2007. I used to send my tweets.
2007,
You used to have to send your tweets via text
I
message,
hear
and you
it's
couldn't
two
check your
thieves
feed until you
working
got
as a
back to your
team.
PC.
I remember that.
I used to tweet from my phone all the time like that, which is so pointless because, like, there was no interaction. You couldn't even like reply unless you were sitting in front of your computer.
I mean, wasn't that like the point back then? Was that it was just like, just had spicy pancakes
Yeah, pretty much. It was kind of pointless. I mean, it's still pointless, but
because it was just supposed to be like Facebook
but faster.
Facebook status updates, basically.
Yeah.
But a website that was just that.
Yeah, I can't remember. Didn't replies weren't a thing they added immediately,
I wrote
right?
down
That
the
was like a
client's
feature
location on
they
your
added
map.
later.
So
That sounds right. Because I know they had because for a long time there was also the manual retweet thing. It's like they didn't even have retweets. for a
Fuck, I
while.
forgot about manual retweets. That was just where you took a picture of the tweet, right?
No, you would put RT, which stood for retweet, at person,
Oh
and then
yeah,
the tweet.
it's like the quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's where one of the Bubble Boy tweets came
A
is,
robber.
right? One of the Bubble Boy tweets is like a quote retweet. Like, isn't
Maybe.
it the Stephen Smith one where it's like canceling Sean Hannity? I thought he was like quoting CNN or something.
Oh, maybe.
Where he's just like canceling meeting with Sean Hannity, man and boy and bubble in danger or whatever. That's a 2007 tweet.
Some people did manual retweets way after they didn't have to anymore. Those people rule.
Yeah.
I'm bringing that back. I'm only gonna do manual retweets now.
I did catch a glimpse of a pint-sized
You should
fellow
quote
moving
retweet him.
suspiciously through
Sorry,
the
I took some of
shadows.
Quote retweet,
Maybe he was
and, but do them as a retweet.
And then in the text field, do the manual retweet. Like,
Judging by what we found, we're dealing with two thieves. Most likely a couple of kids.
Remember the pair of brothers that loiter near the water wheel? I fear they may be hiding something from us.
Let's go have us a little chat.
Oh yeah, dude. Let's go beat up some kids.
very little chat.
We go up there and he just starts crying. He's like, "You guys are gonna stop stealing all the vegetables."
Yeah, right? This little bitch NieR.
Okay, let's see here. Gotta put all my magics on.
I'm so glad your magics have normal names.
Yeah. They are having a normal one, as they say. Vera. Mari. Okay, so I'll do. Wait, is there an armor break or just guard break? Just guard break. Okay. Then I'll have it. I don't know. I guess increase my experience. This can increase my attack and items. There we go.
You ever eat something so flavor blasted it burns your tongue?
Yes.
A robbery.
Awful.
I did catch a...
Judging
like
by
a
We
what
should
we
we should
found,
sprinkle some
Remember the
MSG on
pair
this.
of
and see what
brothers
happens.
that-
They have
Let's go
MSG
have
on
us
them. That's the best
more.
part. That's why they taste good.
More. Adam Driver asking them to put more MSG on his Doritos. More.
It's true though. Best snack foods have MSG on them. Like, why would you willingly like give up free snack flavor?
Oh man,
Some
I'm in a
MSG on
heap
some
of
warheads,
trouble
see if it eats a
now.
hole in your tongue.
I've done I did a trick that Jams told me about, where you put a bit of MSG on a regular tortilla and it tastes like a weird bootleg Dorito.
Oh yeah, that's very That's one of those things. It's like the flaming Dr. Pepper of Doritos.
Is that a thing? Flaming Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, it's like a drink.
Well, I was distracted while I was cooking.
I can't remember. I think it's amaretto on top of like rum and something else. And basically, you set the amaretto on fire and you knock it in. It's like a show drink. You like knock it into the drink, and the burned alcohol combined with everything else, it tastes like a Dr. Pepper. Like, it's a mixed drink that's super alcoholic. It literally tastes like you're drinking a cup of like Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Crime Puddles. That is called dump cakes, and you can get a whole recipe of them.
Yeah. Shelley Mitchell, famous star of Check It Out. It's Dr. Steve Brule. She did the Panini episode.
Sure?
Yeah, I blew my mind. I rewatched Check It Out recently, and there's just a part where they're doing like, we're gonna talk about the Panini Press. I'm Kathy Mitchell, and I was like, the dump cake lady, in like 2006.
All the more reason to entrust the task to us.
This won't be our first time in the junk heap. Just let us know what you need.
Thanks. I really appreciate this. I need 1 memory alloy, 10 titanium alloys,
I love the way this
and
guy
10
says
broken
alloy.
motors. Got all that?
Wow.
10 broken
That's
motors.
a lot.
Yeah, what are you using the
Okay.
broken? That's right. He
We'll
just
be
puts
back in
them
a
all
while.
in his garbage disposal.
Yeah, they're just buttermilk cakes with buttermilk replaced with soda. You're just using carbonation as a leavening agent, which is fine. It's the same sort of thing. I mean, it fulfills the same process as baking powder, essentially, which is it adds like lift to the cake.
I'm looking for those kids so I can beat the shit out of them. Oh wait, let me see if any of my stuff grew. No, it all died! Oh wait, these didn't.
Nice.
I got some melons now.
But yeah, crime. That's the same philosophy in, gosh, what is it? Oh, there's another thing that uses a similar sort of raising agent where it uses water primarily to like the evaporation of water is what causes the cake to rise. I want to say pancakes, but that's not true. Pancakes use baking powder. Having baking discussion. Sorry.
Pancakes.
Pan
That's
to
fine, I like
cakes.
pancakes. Oh, there's the little shits.
I could make you pancakes tomorrow.
I love some pancakes.
I'm assuming
Oh,
you
that'd
have
be so
everything.
good.
I'm assuming you have everything for pancakes. It's
That's a very bold assumption to make.
I'm gonna be very scared if you don't have eggs and flour.
We probably have that. There's farming in this game. Labob, yes. You can use it for pre-time skip side quests, and as far as I know, it is basically useless after that. Also, it's attached to your real clock, so you have to wait an actual like real life day in order to harvest. Usually,
It's like a troll mechanic, basically. I feel like
it's a mechanic to like fuck with you, basically.
yeah. There was a similar one in Barkley where there was a whole like basketball raising mini game. Like it was like, oh, it's like a Pokemon thing where there's a bunch of different basketballs to collect and raise like virtual pets, and you can funnel a bunch of money into it, and they don't do anything because they're basketballs.
That's really
Like, there's
funny.
no battle arena or anything. There's just like, oh yeah, buy all these like boosters and stuff, and
Judging by
there's
let's go.
it's just like a completely fake mini game that doesn't exist.
Oh hell yeah! And hey, check this out. I can buy them both
Nice.
because I have a bunch of money from pre-time skip.
Oh yeah, what happened to the time skip? I missed the
Blacksmiths
stream.
always do well.
Summarize in 2 sentences.
Kaine's a statue now, so we have to free.
Oh no!
Kaine. We have to free Kaine before things can move forward. Ooh, Sunrise is pretty good, so we'll probably use that as our main. Axe of Beheading. Oh, this is. Hold on.
That thing seems dope.
Yeah, this I think is either a new weapon or they redesigned it, but I'm pretty sure.
Did your controller just light up when you did that combo?
Yes.
Why did your controller light up when you did the combo?
Because I have it's an Xbox controller. Don't make fun of me.
Okay, I mean, I use an Xbox controller too, but I've never heard of it. It must be tied to the Rumble. Sorry, let's say.
By the way, all these have stories. And you have to level them up to get all the story. I was like, is this a Drakengard sword? But maybe not. Read the story.
Yeah. Crime Puddles. I recently made a white cake with white frosting, and I believe the leavening agent was egg whites. I'm trying to remember. It was pretty much just like egg whites combined with sugar. It was like almost an angel food cake, but it was a little denser. It was really nice.
size swords. Fuck.
I'm gonna get you a pop filter for this thing,
What do you mean a pop filter?
or like a wind guard. Those like $2 little like windsock things that go over the top,
Why?
because it keeps you. Because I'm gonna sit here and just go pop, pop,
Look at this
pop.
cat.
Oh, that cat's cute. I'm just gonna make a hot mic over here. Yeah, maze balls and woot sauce. Thank you, LaBoff.
Oh yeah, I think I bragged about your cake in the chat.
Yeah.
Or I did brag about the banana pudding
Oh.
shit you made me.
That shit was so good. Oh man.
And you're making me another cake.
It's true. I'm also making homemade marshmallows this weekend, and I'm gonna make chocolate chip cookies at some point. Using all local ingredients. That's the big one. I somehow managed to
Is that a
finagle that
challenge,
shit.
or is it just you happen to have all
Working
local
order.
I was I wanna actually see, because I've always used cheap ingredients all my life. I wanna actually see if there's a huge quality difference. I'm sure there's going to be, but getting eggs from a local friend, like fresh farm eggs, from a friend, and then like a local Mills like white flour, was pretty cool.
Wait,
So
who do we know who makes?
6.
Oh
Yeah.
right, I forgot that. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, about
that
2 dozen eggs.
Yeah.
It was very cool.
I forgot that they were doing a big egg delivery a while back too.
Yeah.
Why did he have
It
to
was
die?
someone brought him by the other
Perhaps we
day,
should be
and
going.
I spent like 20 minutes chipping chicken shit off of it. That was fun.
Oh god, thank you, Anonymous. Yeah, now you know what my experience is and why I'm always jumping suddenly when people play audio.
I was. Wow, that's a shit. This is the little Wayne guitar solo.
Yeah,
that,
it's,
like,
this is Lil Wayne's like famous, just like fucking
shitty,
atrocious
yeah.
guitar solo.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, I'm pissed.
That was from like one of those like awful like unplugged concerts or whatever, right? Or
No,
something like
it
that, or
was
rock
just-
and roll history
It
museum.
was when he was trying, maybe that, but it's when he was trying to do like rap rock. He was trying to bring rap rock back.
That's right.
And he did that one song, which is good actually, but then he also did that because he's actually not good at guitar.
We should have just let we should have let rap
I made me
rock.
shit myself harder than the Laura Palmer screen.
We should have just let rap rock like progress to its natural state, which is
100 gex. We
No.
did. We have 100 gex now.
no, it was body count by with Ice-T, his like weird metal rap rock band.
I
Two
forgot
ones
about
behind the
that.
recent
Yeah, no, I
robberies.
always love that because me and my friend were obsessed with Institutionalized for a long time. They did a cover of Institutionalized, like the social, what was it, the suicidal
All I wanted
tendencies?
was a pop tag.
Yeah, he did one. So Ice-T.
If they made
he
that
pro-
nowadays, he would be saying, "All I wanted was a Monster Ultra Zero."
Okay, you joke, but like the body count cover of that, the Ice-T body count cover of fucking- that song, he talks about video games in it. It's fucking amazing. Like he completely changes the lyrics. He's like, I just wanted to play a video game. Get off my ass. Like he's yelling at his wife because he just wants to play a game and she wants him to clean the house or something. It's amazing. He rewrote all the lyrics.
Changing it to be about his wife is insane.
Yeah. No, it's only like one of them, but yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I know we all know now because of Twitter, but Ice-T is a true gamer through and through. He has been repping a gamer since 2008.
Oh yeah, no.
It's so funny.
Ice-T is such a good end for like 90s like rappers because he didn't fucking die
Yeah.
and he didn't become like Ice Cube like or like any of those guys. He just
He
became
did-
like institutional figures. He just became a gamer. He just became like a dude who's on TV and games.
He picks.
And he plays with like other boomers.
Yeah, that's the other thing is
Like his whole squad is just other like fucking old dudes who play like Modern Warfare together.
Do we know? I guarantee you, Ice-T and John Carpenter game together, right? Because
Did John Carpenter also game?
Are you kidding? Yeah,
I
John
did not know
Carpenter,
that.
famous gamer for everybody who didn't know. John Carpenter has done many interviews where people have asked him about like the encroaching art of video games or whatever on movies, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, you play the new Call of Duty? It's
That's where he
great."
spends
Like,
all his time.
and things like that. Like people like they'll get into his hobbies, and he's like, "Yeah, I play a lot of video games, first-person shooters mostly," and he'll go into like his opinions on the current Call of Duty meta and stuff in interviews. It's really funny.
I want John Carpenter to make a game like they let Clive Jericho make games.
No, they shouldn't.
I have one of the Clive Barker. I have Clive Barker's Jericho up on my up there on my
God.
bookshelf right now for the Xbox 360.
A pair of sons.
Huh?
I wish he'd American McGee less.
Why you gotta ask me all these questions?
I'm always saying.
You're forcing your own kids to commit crimes?
That's right, gamer shit. That's the thing, is Ice-T is the ultimate gamer, but he also makes fun of other gamers, which means he's the best kind of gamer.
He's like, so I've talked about like how it's so weird how like games forum culture that we grew up with, where it would make fun of like Gamergator types, just turned into Gamergator types.
It's
And
really
I think
weird.
it's because like basically like if you didn't leave the forums around when we would have left them, your brain just continued to rot.
Yeah, it's very true.
But that's what he reminds me of. He reminds me of like old gamer forum stuff where it's just this like kind of self-knowing but like overly
But also
posturing as a
superiority
badass. Yeah.
Because you have a job that isn't minimum wage, while
They
the other
should-
people on the forums don't.
Yeah,
Like,
they
just
should let Ice-T make games like they let 50 Cent make games.
Absolutely.
Shut your mouth.
Those games are actually like Bulletproof's not very good, but Blood on the Sand is very still playable. Just you won't be able to play a local co-op. Be aware of that. If you want to have fun,
Our time
You
is
won't.
wasted on this drunken scoundrel.
God, now I want to play. Is Blood on the Sand on Steam?
it's on 360 though.
All right, I'm adding it to my list of games to get. I need to get like a bookshelf or something for all my shit. I actually really I just need to clean up my that shelf up there so I have more space. Well, clean up in the sense of like, if I consolidate this stuff over here or like find a spot to put my hats, that'll free up more room to extend stuff out.
You need a hat box.
I also need to get rid of that box or find a place to put the box that I keep my sunlamp in.
You should get a hat box for all your hats.
I should just put up hooks on a wall. In fact,
Maybe.
I could just do that. I have a
Why
bunch
don't
of
you
those hooks.
What you know, we could put like a freestanding bookshelf like right here.
Yeah, but then my
Put your
clothes
books
would
there.
get all over it.
That's true. Sorry, everybody. We were just trying to figure out how to rearrange Jay's room.
Yeah.
How shall we explain?
Do the
this to
stream
the
pause.
Well,
for a
because
second.
now I've got this like I've started putting personal like small things that I buy up there in quarantine because I'm now like buying stuff that I'm not just immediately putting in the living room. Well, a lot of garbage and there's some cool stuff up there too.
Yeah, I was looking at your copy of Xena Warrior Princess Girls Just Want to Have Fun interactive CD-ROMs.
Yeah.
I actually remember when you bought that. I forgot that you
Figure
bought
out
that
what
in.
to do with the kids.
When I came and visited
Yeah.
you, yeah. Mwah.
Mwah. Just need to go to IKEA. You can get a little like thing for right here for your systems and stuff. You can put the Xbox right here.
Did you
I
find
could probably honestly, if I got more things, I could probably do it. If I got like even like a little like square bookshelf for right there, I
Yeah.
could replace that little table. Chat can't see anything that we're
No.
pointing at or talking at.
Not at all.
Domestic life shit. This is literally just like me and my boyfriend describing what is in my room in real life that nobody else but us can see.
Yeah, this is what happens when Jay comes over to my place. Is I go, I don't know, I don't want to put this away, and Jay goes, just put that away over there. And I go, yeah.
I
same
literally
thing.
once just came
Well, I
over and
certainly
reorganized their
didn't
living room
expect this.
because I came over like 3 times in a row, and Piero was like, "Oh, I need to do it, but I haven't been able to figure it out." And finally, I just got pissed off and did it myself.
Yeah, it's fine.
They shouldn't have stolen.
But now that I'm over here, I'm like,
they're
oh,
entirely
here's what you need to
faulty.
get. You should get like a shelf for here so you can store this shit. Man. And we're always better at reorganizing other
Agreed.
people's spaces.
I'll talk to the other shopkeepers
Yeah, you
and
get like
make
a
sure
little
they
end table right
understand.
here. You can put your capture card systems on it. That way you can easily change shit. You don't have to go all the way over here.
So that's why I keep all my camping shit.
Oh, I guess that's true. You can't make shit can go back there though. Put it behind your clothes.
Oh, maybe.
Thanks. Oh, and I also think we should get them away from their father.
Back to game.
Not sure who could take them. Folks are barely getting by as it is. But let me spread the word and see what we can figure out.
We just invented post-apocalyptic ye old child protective services.
Yes, fee. Well, us shop owners passed the hat and came up with this. I hope it's enough.
It's
Yeah, that's true, Carmen Puddles. It's like it's because when you're not looking at
As
something
tools of thievery.
like the same things every single
believe what's
day,
happening
it's
in
so
our
much
village.
easier to look at it and like
desperate
see
than I knew.
it in a
If
completely
we hope to
different light.
restore the lives
Yeah,
of the
you
villagers,
intentionally
we
blind spot
must
yourself to
cull
your
as
own
many shades as we
messes.
can.
That's why everyone has a different definition of messy.
Yeah.
And living with roommates is trying to find the middle ground without killing each other.
Oh my god, I that is like a thing that whenever I'm giving people advice on like living with like getting roommates, especially if they've never had them before or they've only had like one roommates that they've like lived with forever and they're like moving and need new ones, I'm always like, if you're gonna live with friends, there are about 1 million things you need to figure out in terms of your shared domestic thing that like Otherwise, you're basically taking a slight gamble on ruining your friendship.
Yeah.
Because you're not necessarily going to. But I have certainly known a lot of like friendships that were like very badly frayed, if not outright ruined, because of like
Oh yeah.
just roommate shit.
Oh,
just
absolutely.
It's like it's hard. It ended up because it's harder to like settle that shit when you guys are just friends, because like negotiating domestic space is different than negotiating like friendship. And so unless you have the correct that kind of dynamic with friends, it can like really mess up your friendship.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Like,
Of course they give me the massive word edit. Now to go update all of my fucking words.
yeah, Addie, I know what you mean. It's not really just that. It's like you have to, in some way, with your roommates. Like if you just take the passive aggressive route and be like, well, I'm just gonna leave dishes here. Well, they already left the dishes there, so they're not gonna see them, and all you're really hurting is yourself. So
You're really just increasing your own misery. Right
yeah,
there.
you're really just going. I guess I'll just not have any dishes to eat off of. But generally, there's such a diplomatic way to approach stuff like that without jumping down someone's throat, even if you're doing the dishes every time. Because you can just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go do the dishes."
Yeah.
And unless you're living with a complete idiot, you know, they're gonna hear that and go, "Oh damn, they're doing the dishes again." Every time you say that.
Never underestimate the power of guilt.
Yeah. But at the same time, you absolutely have to do it for yourself, because if you don't do it for yourself, you're just going to be miserable. You have to learn to unshackle yourself from emotion when it comes to dishes.
I definitely know what you're talking about, though, Eddie, where it's like they're just friends' houses where it's like you go over there and you're just like,
"Hi, I'm Jay Boyfriend.
Living here." No, you go over there and you're like, "Hi." You go over to their place and you're just like, "Wow. Literally a damn girl you live like this moment."
Mm-hmm. That's right. Unshackle yourself from emotion. You don't need that.
Jay Boyfriend? Yeah, it's my boyfriend. They're the rat next to me. In real life, and also on the cartoon machine.
Yeah, no, you have to unshackle yourself from unhealthy emotion. Sekhmet teaches that. No, I'm just joking. I've been reading a New Age book about Sekhmet for the last couple
you
days.
and that fucking book.
It's so good. I'm like 4 chapters in now. There's a part where she talks about how firewalking is bullshit. Where I was like, man, I like this lady.
Oh.
This is my kind of New Age lady.
Speaking of books, so remember how I ended up with 2 copies of Daryl?
Oh, yeah.
So I ended up actually with, I have somehow had about 4 copies of that book.
I was wondering. I thought they were just because Jay just had one the other night.
Well, that was the copy that you
was
gave
mine?
me. Back,
Okay.
Yeah. So I'd ordered a copy, and then I'd forgotten, and then I pre-ordered a second copy, and then I forgot, and then I was posted out like, oh, I have 2, and a friend of ours was like, oh yeah, I'll take a copy, and I was like, you know what? I was like, it's pretty cheap. I'll just buy you a copy and I'll have it sent to you, because then I can have this copy here and like send it to people. And then it came to me, so I was like, oh, that's weird. They must have just sent it to me anyway. So I was like, tell you what, I'll just mail you this copy. And today they messaged me and they were like, did you buy a second copy and have it sent to, like, another copy and get it sent to me? And I was like, no. Which means that they had sent me directly a 3rd copy before they had sent out a copy to the person I'd actually ordered it for. So now they also have 2 copies of the book. And I was like, just pay it forward. Just give it to someone. Just give it to someone else.
That's my favorite recommendation for books. Hey, if you read a book and you don't think you're ever gonna reread it again, but it's good, just give it to somebody.
Yeah.
It is. You'll be so much happier if someone's like interested in reading it and just being like, here, just have it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to keep that book. This is like a George Costanza word, or like a saying, but it's like, who keeps books? Like, unless you're referencing it a lot, or it's like your
I
favorite
literally
book.
keep books usually if they're books that I like want to have around. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
like, looking at this book, or if it's a book where like I want to be able to reference it. But a lot of times with books, when I finish reading them, I just give them away or like donate them to a free library.
Yeah, like if you have an emotional connection to them, that's like fine, you know. Like
Yeah.
that's totally get that. I was really just, but like if you read a book and you're just like, that was a good book. But,
I don't think I'm ever gonna reread it. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Also, Addie, I don't mean other people's places for that. I meant like in a shared roommate situation. But anyway. Man, look at him go. Damn. Are you wearing different armor now, too?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
he's
Why is ass never covered?
you
His
know.
ass... He's ready for rough trade at any moment.
Jesus.
He's prepared.
I mean, canonically.
Ah. I'm just saying, some NieRs look like they pride themselves in taking dicks. Like, he looks like a good dick taker.
He looks like good dick NieR.
Good
Dick
NieR.
receiving NieR.
Dad is good dick giving NieR, and Femboy is good dick receiving.
Yeah, I think we've found the dichotomy in the timelines. He breathes through his ass.
God, that's awful.
Look at me slaughter these kids.
And Femboy NieR just got like a whole like giant tube of preparation H on the counter.
No, come back. I was thinking maybe we could watch one of those weird VHS tape horror films I have.
Yeah, I'm
if
down.
the living room gets free later. Yoda's medicine ain't cheap.
Yeah.
Addie, I somehow have no copies of Nevada. I think I gave mine away, and now I regret it because like I've ended up in this situation of people I know just having not been around for that moment in translit culture. So now it's like, oh, I would love to recommend this book to you, but I don't have a copy of it anymore.
It's you. I've heard a great many stories about you. Making quite the name for yourself,
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Addie, I don't want to make no spoilers, but if you've ever read any Dennis Cooper, Daryl makes a specific Dennis Cooper book canon within the same universe. Like it canonically takes place in the same universe as a Dennis Cooper novel. Well, I guess it's implied to. She steals a story beat and puts it in her story. That very heavily implies that it is the same story beat.
I love that you got something completely different like that out of Daryl. I was just like, no, I thought it was a pretty good examination of masculinity. It was just like,
it
I've
is.
been literally been like, wow, yeah, I know that question. That's funny. Like, that's very funny. I thought that exact thing several times. Like,
oh, no need to be so modest.
No, it's very much
After
so.
all,
Like she
I
just
may
like
have a job
she
for
nails the
someone
tone
with
of
your
it perfectly.
particular
yeah.
talent.
She's really good at just like affecting a character's voice. That's why I remember I told you she's the friend who was running that fake chaser account. Where it was like a very overeducated chaser. And like she nailed the tone so perfectly that when she decided at the end of it to do a bit where it was like instead of revealing that it was her alt, she had the account reveal that she was his alt. People didn't realize that was a joke, and they thought that he was actually running a fake alt account as a black trans woman.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I'm listening.
I need you to retrieve 3 crates of particular import from a ship that was wrecked at sea. This cargo has likely washed ashore on all the far-flung corners of the world, so it will be a task of some difficulty. Can I count on your assistance?
It was so funny when that happened. It was like, cause she told me I was in on the joke of it because she let me know early on. And it was just so great how she like seeing people interacting with it at varying levels of like being in on it, not being in on it, or like having a suspicion that the account wasn't real, but being like, I'm not quite sure like who is writing this, but you're showing a little bit too much inside baseball that I'm like, you can't be who you say you are.
Exactly.
Sure, no problem.
Ah, And whatever you do, you must not unseal the cargo.
Yeah, she's a brilliant
curious.
writer.
I
I hope she
shipping
writes some more.
rather
Yeah, no, that was
products. If you were to see them,
it was just a breath of fresh air to read like I don't
It's
know,
your money.
sexual
You don't want
sexual
me to look?
politics
Fine.
literature that like actually felt like it reflected reality for once.
Yeah, sexual politics literature that basically reflected the fact that like most people who do weird sex stuff are just
All of our young
guys.
men joined the
Are just
squad.
guys,
are
yeah.
just types of guys.
Are,
They're not-
are just guys that are so wound up inside their own head about something stupid that, and I don't even mean that in a fetishy way, just like in a, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Booty Slapper, yes, this predates the Nathan Fielder Chaser account. I think the Nathan Fielder Chaser account was partially inspired by that bit. She was the one who was running the Cliff Cannon account, if you've ever seen it around.
I feel like the wine guy account should have ended up being like a chaser account as like their last tweet, like
Yeah.
just saying something.
I wonder who
something-
was running that. Did they ever?
I don't
think
think
it ended up
so.
being some like
No matter
scam.
how
Maybe?
weird.
Oh,
demeaning.
probably.
Oh, I love this
How I
guy.
phrase it, but okay.
I've got a merchant ship that needs some repairs. Think you
Need
can
some
round up some
repairs.
materials for me? I need 5 logs, 20 dented metal boards, and 10 stripped bolts. I'd ask if you're up for it, but I know you are.
That hardly seems necessary. A trading business, huh?
Basically, this guy is just like, "Hey, you're the guy who takes any stupid job, right?"
Fix
and
my
then
boats.
when you do it, he says like, "Dance for your money, monkey."
Oh my
Visit
God.
another country. I'd love to take Yona on a trip like that sometime.
Jesus, Yona this, Yona that, always about Yona.
I will.
The guy in 50 Shades of Grey has his own special fuck jeans. That rules.
Yeah, he has a whole like
logs,
monologue
20
about
den-
that, doesn't he? In the
The
book
what?
about the fuck jeans. He's like, these are his fuck jeans.
I did not know about
Yeah,
that.
that was one of those things that everyone was like
you mean me?
obsessed with for a hot minute
Yes,
when
yes.
about 50 Shades
People
before it
have been
just turned into
talking.
regular old
They say you're
misogyny.
a very
Oh, yeah.
adept freelance agent.
Look at this guy. There he goes.
I'm a jeweler by trade, you see, and I'm currently in search of a precious gem known as the Mermaid Tear. Have you ever heard of it?
I don't know much about jewelry. Sorry.
Well then, let me tell you. I believe the tear to be located somewhere in this very
Just
town.
accidentally sent
I know I'm close.
my
so
friend
very
a
close.
10-second recording of us talking on Telegram because I was holding the button
This
down.
seems like
It
a
was just
business
proggy. It doesn't matter.
transaction for you.
I already deleted it.
You see to the core of
He
me,
thought I was very
sir.
excited to see Carrot
The
Top at the
mermaid
Luxor
tear is
at
one
some
of my
point this year, and
family's
that
most
was not
precious
not what I
heirlooms.
was typing.
My uncle was the previous possessor. But
Yeah, I
upon
mean, like,
his death some
okay,
50 years ago,
the-
jewel
the
theft
central
during the
conceit of
course
fuck
my
jeans
research, I
makes no
discovered that
sense
he
'cause
once sent the jewel to
You're gonna
this
so you're gonna
very
are you gonna
town.
flip the fly? You're gonna flip the fly out
It's
on
that
presumably
important,
to
I'd be
fuck,
willing to
right?
help.
Like you're gonna open the fly and keep them on.
1,000
Yeah.
thank
And
yous,
like,
good sir.
you're like, okay, that's a hot
The
idea, I
assistance
guess.
of a
But like,
local such as
anyone can
yourself
tell
will
you
surely make the
it's
search
not
that much
comfortable
more
fucking through
fruitful.
jeans through a fly.
I mean,
Like, you
maybe
shred your
the
dick.
maybe the fuck jeans then like they're jeans specially made so that he can fuck in them.
Yeah, so they're button fly jeans, which like completely goes against the idea of them being hot. Like, you can't have a button fly. There's no such thing as a sexy button fly jean because it takes you 20 minutes to take a pair of button fly jeans off. It's like basically it's basically like a petticoat but for penises.
Sorry, that actually reminded me of someone's art account.
Oh, I see.
Not a problem.
Cause it's like, yeah, I get the concept of like these are the jeans that I fuck in, or like these are my sex jeans.
Yeah.
Cause it's like whatever, I get that, but like, I guess just in the context of 50 Shades, that feels really good. I
It's
guess
very
it's
weird.
bringing a focus to them. Like these are my fuck jeans. Like not just these are jeans I wear because they're comfortable to have sex in. But these are the jeans that I must be wearing to fuck. That's what's weird. That's like what's wild to me.
Yeah, see, if you read Daryl, there's a lot of stuff about there's a lot of stuff indirectly related to this to the fuck jeans. I imagine very similar ideas of what dudes like about sex, which is so funny. When it's just like, yeah, no, I gotta have these certain socks on when I fuck or something like that. And it's just,
her home is in order.
bro, you don't have to live like this. I promise. If you stop thinking about the socks, you can just Never
all
mind.
socks could be fuck
Yeah,
socks.
all socks can be fuck
Those
socks.
shades are wreaking havoc.
Wait, what? My sister's workplace just hired her stalker, even though she knew
Things
he
used
was
to be
interviewing
safer.
there,
Now you put
and
your
told
life
them
in your
he was
hands whenever
stalking
you
her.
set foot out.
That's
Jesus.
fucking insane.
Still,
Is that
people
something
need
you could like
deliverance, so I don't really have a choice.
take up with like a labor board or something? Because like I feel like that's like reckless endangerment at that point.
Yeah, no, that's also making someone aware, making someone in like HR aware of that. That is requesting a reasonable like accommodation.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So maybe, you know, I don't know. Seems like if anything happens, that job is going to be a huge fucking liability.
Yeah.
And they can be sued into oblivion. So I don't know why they thought that's a smart idea.
I mean,
Like-
'cause it's they just, I mean,
They're fucking
you know,
idiots.
as most jobs, I assume, because
Like-
they don't value their employees and especially
Right.
not the women who work
Oh,
there.
oh, of course not. I was like,
But it's still
completely
like
putting aside that it's like as a corporate thing, it's like you guys are fucking stupid, and also like you should probably be, you know, humans.
I that's why I'm like constantly like encouraging like people where I'm like, oh yeah, no, like look up like local labor rights groups and like law stuff, because you'd be well, you wouldn't be surprised, but there is a lot of things that like businesses and shit just do because they're just so used to the idea of like I can treat you as valueless. That like then you're like, oh well, it turns out by the way you just broke a law that I can use to fuck up your business.
Yes. Yeah, knowing your labor rights is the best. Yeah, you can absolutely milk that shit at pretty much every job.
We were helping a friend with that recently because their job just wouldn't pay them on time ever, and we basically looked up the laws and I was like, oh, they're 1,000% in violation of
Yeah.
paycheck laws.
Literally
here.
at that point, you like just bypass your boss and go straight to the labor board
Yeah.
because you can submit a complaint anonymously, and retaliation's like illegal, and it's got like 10 times treble fees or something like that if they get caught retaliating against you.
Yeah. Plus, if you
So-
get let go for it, you absolutely then have like unemployment
Yeah.
stuff on your side.
It's very there's a lot about labor laws. So my big tip for everybody out there is do your job really well for like the first 3 months you're there and
It's
everyone
dropped to
loves you, and then you can half-ass the rest of it for the rest of the time you're there. That's once you're there for a couple months, you can take advantage of the fact that you know the labor laws and how everybody works.
Oh yeah, this guy wants me to fishing games. Not on my nice try, old man. I will not be doing mini games. I will not be doing fishing mini games.
You want me to do the fishing for you?
No, they're just not interesting. There's not interesting game. Mini
I know.
Whoa!
I love fishing mini games. That's
This
a cool
didn't
boat.
happen in the first game.
That's the boat from Pirates.
This was extremely not here before.
Points at the screen. That's the Pirates of the Caribbean boat. Yeah, see, like it's stuff like that where like,
Hey, this is one of the pieces of cargo that washed ashore.
wait, do I sound like Justin McElroy?
Justin McElroy, is that you? Maybe they're talking about the Never Nude thing.
Oh, is Justin McElroy a never nude? Is
He
this new?
seems like that. Here's the. I don't.
He does
know.
seem like a never
Justin
nude.
is the McElroy that I know the least about, and I'd like to keep it that way.
Yeah. He seems nice. I'm
Sorry,
good.
lady, but I need to know what I'm transporting here.
Are you sure
It's only
this
gonna
is
get
really
worse.
something we were meant to... Oh, and what is this?
Oh, Justin McElroy's the one who had the meltdown about the fishing.
Oh, okay.
Whatever it is, it's been waterproofed somehow. And it smells like explosives.
Oh, this is just like the scene in Lost
This
we were
is a
talking
rather
about.
dangerous
You
cargo
found some
we've
wet
been asked to
TNT that's gonna
find.
blow you up. Sorry, spoiler
It
for
is
Lost.
filled with strange potions and documents.
Yeah, people started talking about like how before in the time skip, nothing really changes. So turning the corner and seeing a giant wrecked ship was very like, oh, this was not in the original NieR. This is like completely new. It was just like, oh, there was a shipwreck and a bunch of cargo drifted ashore. But there wasn't like a rendered ship that wrecked. But yeah, it seems like they actually did a bunch of changes to the town to show a time skip, which is cool.
That's nice. It's a welcome change. They did some environmental
Things
storytelling.
are these days.
This is just like Dark Souls.
Giving my girl gifts. Now she won't even
Oh,
talk
there's
to
character
me.
development.
Coffee, you can't say that though. Like my brother and me has talked about literally everything. That's a Simpsons did it kind of shit. I won't stand for that.
Hey,
moment?
Sure.
You used to be friends with the lighthouse lady, right?
Friends is pushing it.
As I remember it, we basically hated each other.
Oh, well, you at least talked to her, right?
Tussletoes, I think the seals are on the other beach still, at least.
What is it?
Did you know there's seals up here?
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea. I saw a sign that
The
was like, "Don't
lighthouse is
disturb
in
the
good
local
shape
like
now,
sea
but
lions. They're
it's
just
going
trying
to
to
wear
share
out
the beach with
eventually.
you." And I was like,
We'd
"I want
like
to see
to
a sea
have the
lion and
replacement parts ready.
poke
You
it,
think you
until
could
it
get the
moves."
parts
No,
from
I
the
wouldn't do
junk
that.
heap for me?
They're
I'm
they're
sure
little
the
pests
lighthouse
though.
lady would be appreciative, wherever she is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I think we'll need 10 broken lenses
Wait,
and
why
10 broken
broken?
batteries.
Why can't you just...
While you're at it, 10 mysterious switches would be nice too.
Me talking while you're at it. Let's throw in about 10 mysterious... Let's be naughty. Let's get 10 mysterious
We'll need
switches.
10 mysterious who'd you invite to the orgy? 10 mysterious switches.
Jesus. Oh, wait. Look in this barrel. Look in the barrel.
There are 2 letters here for the lighthouse lady. According to the postmark, they're 50 years old. Didn't that jeweler say the mermaid tear was lost 50 years ago?
Why, these letters must be related.
This may be more than mere coincidence. It may behoove us to sneak a look inside these letters.
Well, I suppose it can't hurt. Here's the first letter. I am enclosing the mermaid tear with my next letter. It's the only thing I have found in this world that can hope to compare to your beauty. And here's the second one. My dearest, I fear I cannot send the mermaid tear at this time. I hope you can forgive me for this terrible slight. So the mermaid tear was supposed to go to the lighthouse lady, but never made it.
And yet the tear is no longer with its original owner. What can we conclude from this?
Well, the second letter was sent from Seafront, which means the postman's father had started writing
The
letters
postman's
by that
dad stole it.
Which means the jewel must have made its way to this town. Ah, but I smell a rat. To the post office!
To the post office.
To the post office. Okay, Doug.
Oh my god.
This is the best part. Grimoire Weiss goes to the public library.
Do you think they should make Doug again today?
I would no. Doug like very much encapsulated that like mid '90s uneasy malaise of just like the end of history, so you're just afraid of everything instead. Doug rejected masculinity. He embraced femininity.
Doug grew up to be Daryl.
Yeah, God. Doug is a cuck though, unfortunately, and I don't mean that in the right wing way.
I'm looking for a package addressed to the lighthouse lady. It would be about 50 years old.
You want a package from half a century ago?
Yes.
Your father was the previous postman, right? Did he ever mention something like that to you?
No, he just told me to keep writing the letters. But we keep all of our unclaimed packages in the storage room, so if she didn't pick it up, it's probably still there.
Great. If you don't mind, I'd like to take a look.
I'm glad I did this sliding block puzzle earlier. So now I can just simply go to the back and find it. It was in the second letter.
Of course.
Hope the rats haven't eaten it.
Doug 2 for the Sega Saturn.
Wait, is this it?
It bears her name, and the postmark is 50 years old. Look, the jewel lies inside. Quickly, what does the letter say?
As promised, I am enclosing the mermaid tear.
Faster,
with this
Doug
book comes
Revelations.
a piece of sad news. My love, I fear the illness which ravages my body will soon claim it.
Oh, that's why
Dreams
they
of
never
traveling to you
delivered
are
it,
all but
because
lost.
the letter that was giving her it said that he was
I
dying.
desired so to give you this
So
stone
pre-time
of my
skip,
own
we
hand.
found out that this guy,
cannot is my
that the
greatest
post office
regret.
has been writing fake letters for 40 years to the lighthouse lady because her actual lover died and they didn't want to tell her.
Oh, okay. So is that like a metaphor for like how, what was it, like
Gave her his family's
helpers
heir as
at
a final
old
gift.
folks' homes will like
Hold
call
on.
Alzheimer's
I
patients
see
and pretend to be
another
like loved
letter.
ones or
Looks
whatever.
like
I don't think it's a metaphor. I think it's just a side quest where it's like, and then it gives you a choice of like you can either lie to her and say and deliver a letter that says like, oh, I'm on my way, like keep holding on, because basically when you do the quest, she's dying.
Right.
So it's like her dying wish is that she wants to leave the lighthouse to go visit her love. And they're like, no, we need you here though. Without you, the lighthouse will fall apart. But it's actually because like she can't go visit him because he's dead. So you can either give her a letter that says that he's on his way and that she has to hold out, which means that she'll die thinking he's on the way, or you can tell her the truth. And if you tell her the truth, which is what we did, she basically just agrees to continue to go along with the lie because she ends up being like, well, I feel touched that the village was willing to like basically conspire for like 50 years to try to keep me happy so that I wouldn't have to deal with like the loss of my loved one.
Is it? Huh.
I see.
That's
So the
interesting
poor fellow
though.
had already
I didn't know it got
passed
that
when the
deep.
package arrived at Seafront.
A lot of the
With
side
that.
quests end up getting really just like upsetting. I mean, there was the one we just did with the find the thieves. Oh, the thieves are 2 kids. Oh, the kids are forced to steal because their dad is an alcoholic.
Cool.
Cool. Well, hope you're depressed now. Anyway, here's $3,000.
Which means the postman had already begun to lie to her. So what now? Do we give the jewel back to the client, or maybe the postman has an idea?
The thing about Doug and Home Improvement that interests me is that was still when mostly a character whose face is not shown can't just be looked up. Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, who in Doug who didn't show his face?
I feel like there was a character like that. I mean,
Yeah,
there was
there
also
probably
there was
is.
Mom and Dad and Cow and Chicken.
That's true, but they did show Mom and Dad at one point. They were just legs.
Did you find it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, are you talking about like Skunky Beaumont? He showed up. You just had to watch Disney's
Yeah.
Doug for that. Don't watch Disney's Doug.
complicated.
Don't watch regular Doug either, for that matter. But yeah, the Disney's Doug is really embarrassing. Like,
I see. It was from the woman's lover.
I gotta say, I'm not sure what to do here.
Well,
yeah,
you're
that's
one
the
who
Doug
found it.
advice. At least
Do
the
whatever
original
you
Doug
think is
had
best.
heart. You know, it felt like there was a lot of guiding purpose. But Disney's Doug is like a very weird attempt to like franchise out a show about a kid with acute general anxiety.
Chat, what should we do? Should we sell it, give it to the client, or bury the jewel in the memory of the woman?
Yeah, JJ Signal, they put it on Disney Plus, which is wild because it's the first time it's been streamable like ever. Like it was basically lost for since like the 2000s. I say bury it, by the way, for the record, not to derail.
All right, everyone else is agreeing.
It's her keepsake. We should bury it with her.
All right. I'll bury it next to the old woman's grave.
Thanks. Guess the next step is to visit the client.
I hope what happens is that we tell her that it was buried with the old woman, and her response is to become a grave robber. Where is she? There she is.
Yes.
This is so funny.
Did you find my
I just
jewel?
found out that the Super Nintendo Shadowrun
Sorry,
game, which is very
no.
furry, has a lot of like furry
Everything was a
characters in
dead
it. It was
end.
written by a New Zealand furry.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Like an actual furry?
an
wrote it?
actual furry who was writing furry comics in the 90s.
That's wild.
Too
It's-
bad. It
I always
the
thought it
one
was
for
kind of
my
weird when I
beloved
was a
grandfather,
kid.
you
There was a
see.
lot of fox
And
girls
I'd
running
so
around that
hope to
game.
find it.
Your
It explains a lot if you've ever played
Yes,
Super Nintendo
It seems he
Shadowrun.
was born in this town, so I thought that by visiting his birthplace. Oh well.
Yeah, it was the Space Twinks tweet.
So the
Just let me pick that
mermaid
name up, don't mind
was
me.
being gifted to her.
That thing must stir up some powerful memories.
Alas, it is far too late to bring it to her now.
It made its way to her in the next life. I'm sure of it.
I certainly hope so.
What are you guys talking about?
Thanks for your efforts. Perhaps I'll spend.
All right. Well,
Yeah, do that then.
you know what? I was like, we could theoretically load and see what happens if we do the other one. And I guess we'll leave it with that. Yeah, Colin is if Colin is good at specifically one thing, it is doing weird deep dives into like specific niches like that, and finding a bunch of bizarre like cultural history, but like specifically the like detritus of cultural history, which I'm also fascinated by.
Yeah, no, he's definitely at his best when he's doing research into that sort of stuff.
back to the slaughter. Oh my god. Every time I get a new word, I have to like go through and edit a bunch of my stuff because it won't like automatically edit it for you. Or like it would make sense if it like automatically updated it to be like, oh, you're using this lineage of that word, so we'll just, you know, have you use all of that word.
Right.
But it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't understand this magic system at all, but I imagine I would if I.
So it's basically you unlock the words, and with those words, what you can do is you can add them to weapons, magic, and like your guard and evade. And with that, it like adds bonuses.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
So per individual weapons, you can add a bonus to like item drop, experience, attack. You can make magic spells cost less, which makes them like more useful, basically. You can add it so that you get more experience when you use or kill certain weapons. But the problem is like, and so you usually start off with the ones you find are like +2, like +2% attack, or like -2% magic cost, or whatever. And then as you like get more from like fighting enemies, you know, they go up more and more and higher. But the problem is that like it won't update them. Like, you know, if you have say +6% magic power and you get +10% magic power, it won't automatically update it for them. You have to manually go through and like add it to each one that you have that like that word edit attached to.
That's pretty funny. You know, I do love a good tedious menu in an RPG, I'll be honest.
That's true. That's why you love the Atelier games.
Yeah, that's true. Those games are
Welcome,
only
sirs.
tedious menus.
Master Emil is waiting in his chambers.
Okay, Butler. All right, Butler dude.
All right, dude. Okay, Butler dude.
Oh, hey there, guys.
Hey.
Hey, Emil. It's been a while. And,
I feel like
you haven't aged a day.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, I'm sort of special that way.
He's a dandy little lad.
Fair enough.
NieR's like, all right, sure.
Anyway, I hear you found a lead on undoing the petrification.
Do they ever explain
curse.
Emil's butler? Literally, in this mission, we will learn about Emil's butler.
Yes. Take a look
I mean,
at
not
this.
directly, but like you can kind of figure it out from like what we learn about Emil. Following the recent incident of number 6, we decided to establish an archival room, records on the methods used to control and cancel all forms of magic, including petrification and bestial transformation, as well as allowing other projects to move forward. Specifically, this should make it easier to complete a long-term storage solution for 6 and proceed with our work on number 7. All employees are required to keep the courtyard entrance to this new room secure.
There's a section of this manor called the planning room, and I think...
You think this room will let you harness the ability to control all forms of magic, correct?
Actually, yeah. Or even if it doesn't, something there might point us in the right direction.
So where is this planning room?
There's an entrance in the courtyard. It's not far.
Good. Let's go find it.
The Mellow Companion achievement.
If this room truly contains the power to control
The
all
mellowest
magic,
of companions.
So
I can
you
use
missed
it
when
to
we
cure
first
my
explored
eyes.
this area, and basically it was just like a riff
If we
on
could
like
heal
Resident
both
Evil games.
Emil and
Oh, that's really funny.
Like it was a very goofy horror game.
Is that why the with the fixed cameras?
Yeah,
here?
that's why the fixed cameras are. Like
That's
this
so
here.
funny.
Two birds with one.
I had no idea this riffed on so many genres.
Yeah, Yoko Taro loves to just do
Wow,
weird
Vice.
genre
I didn't think you
pastiches in
cared.
his games. Like these
Perhaps this
paintings, as you
tone
pass
is getting
them,
a
would
bit
become like
sappy
demonic
with
and
old
stuff,
age.
and there was like, it was all like very goofy jumps, like haunted house stuff, but it was very clearly like a riff on like
Should be
Resident
right
Evil
around
survival
here
horror
somewhere.
games because you're in a giant spooky mansion.
I love the door creaking
This is
sound too when you open the door. Very very Resident Evil.
And underneath that house, do
Clock
you know
tower?
what's gonna be here?
Oh, is this gonna be a first-person dungeon crawler?
Nope.
warning.
Dang.
This facility...
Oh, is there going to be a secret lab?
I can't read the rest.
Oh, is this this is not a place of honor or whatever?
To attach a warning to this room, I doubt they will appreciate us forcing our way inside.
It would be funny if it was like a first-person dungeon crawler, though.
I was honestly expecting that because that's first-person dungeon crawlers were such a huge genre in Japan.
It's actually, well, as you can see, it's an isometric dungeon crawler.
Yeah, I remember seeing shots of this and being like, "What? Why did it turn into like Fallout?"
It turns into a Diablo clone.
That's so wild. Looks like it runs better though than it used to.
Oh, it runs so much better than it used to now. That's why it's like it was really funny when you're like, oh, like I don't know, is it like a first-person dungeon crawler? I was like, it's really funny that you say that because it is an isometric dungeon crawler.
It is a person dungeon crawler, but that first word is wrong.
Oh, there's shades in here. Why there's shades afoot? Oh, wow. It's got a attack power 15.
Yeah, right? You'd think it'd have a wizardry riff. Like, they only made fucking, 9 wizardry games. And not even counting the spin-offs.
What's wizardry?
Wizardry is I want to say the first one was, they're all American made. Like first-person dungeon crawlers, but they have a massive following in Japan. Like, they were more popular in Japan than they were here. And they're also like backbreakingly hard and not fair. They're one of those games where I remember specifically for 2 and 3, but especially 2, you had to import a file from the first one to even like have a hope of playing it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like you could start a new file, but it was like specifically tailored so that for people to import their characters. I tried to get into the wizardry games. They're not good. they haven't aged well at all. They don't. Yeah. I like first-person dungeon crawlers, but I can't play without an auto map. But I'm not a grandpa. I don't got time to bust out the graph paper.
That's so funny. That also sounds exactly like the kind of fucking annoying thing that Yoko Taro would put in his game.
Yeah, see, like, that's why I was honestly expecting like a first-person dungeon crawler in this where you have to map yourself would be like so in line with like a Drakengard game or like NieR.
Yeah, just the kind of things that Yoko Taro likes to put in his games, which are just things that are annoying and not like particularly easy to play.
Yeah, no, exactly. JJ Signal, if you like the Etrian Odyssey games, you should check out the Legend of Grimrock games. Those are the best first-person dungeon crawlers made by Western devs.
But the reason I'm changing my cameras because the thing that the game does early on is that the default thing will make it so that you will miss like these. So like you actually do have to move the camera around a lot. It does move a lot better than it used to, at least. Oh hell yeah! And a new sword.
You can replace your axe finally. So there were first-person dungeon crawlers that were all text. They would do ASCII art, or you would just see like the monster art. God, what was that game? I used to play a freeware game that I got off like a shareware disc that was from like 1988. That was a first-person dungeon crawler. That was all done in ASCII. That wasn't very good.
Could do a special like things on it, like confused and stuff. I think I'll just increase my item drop.
Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't seem super. You seem like you're kind of shredding things anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm missing a.
You gotta spend $5 to get in through that door. Or $10. Fuck.
Emil is falling behind.
Oh yeah, Darkspire. The DS was perfect game for dungeon crawlers and like nothing else, unfortunately. Like that second screen was perfect for just putting a map on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And anyone who didn't put a map on the second screen, for the most part, was shortchanging themselves, I feel like.
I think I remember last time I played this, I like got stuck forever trying to find like the last key card.
Is this section that like annoying?
It's just that it's like it was like early enough on in the level, or like at a weird angle in the level, that I like just kept missing it. Like I just kept going right past where it was.
What's this? Scrap of paper.
Oh, I hate that shit though.
What's this?
Oh, why are you walking in place?
What's this?
Oh, oh no.
Are you frozen?
What's this?
Pull up your menu.
What's this?
I can't click anything.
What's this?
Oh no!
Oh, that's bad.
What's this?
Oh my god, how?
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
Scrap.
What?
What's this?
No mug of ale for a weary traveler.
Fuck off.
What's this? Scrap of paper. What's this?
I killed it on the map transition. Okay.
Scrap of paper. What's this? Scrap of paper. What's this?
That sucks. Well, I guess you're gonna have to reload.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reload.
What's this?
Thanks, Yoko Taro.
What's this?
Good. What, would you program this yourself too?
Scraps of paper. What's this?
What's this?
What is this in made in friggin' Unity?
Even when I like a game, even when I'm just trying to play a game
still
like a
break
normal
it.
person, I fucking still break the goddamn game.
You know, I thought you were just trying to do a bit with the breaking the game, but you really do break every.
I'm
game
really
you
good at
touch.
breaking games. Not even even when I'm not trying.
What's this?
What? No scrap of paper for a weary traveler? Alright, let me launch this up right
now. Launching the game.
Wait,
Uh-oh. Oh my god, everyone can see your desktop, Jay.
no one can see my desktop. It's only capturing the game.
You can see the giant gaping butthole wallpaper.
Why did?
you
Oh,
got.
there it is. Okay, I'm gonna be. I'm actually gonna go pee real quick while the game reloads. So I'll be right back.
Oh, okay, I get to just stay here and entertain. I see.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, you do.
I'm just your little monkey dancing. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You are.
Just normal relationship things, but whatever. All right. Anyway, now that Jay's gone, I can advertise my own stream. I stream over at PiroRat on Twitch.com. Not TV.com for the record. Not at Twitch. Not on this. It's not on this site. It's actually on WarpPrism.com. No, but it's very tough to get into first-person dungeon crawlers, like in retrospect, just because like they've been iterated over the course of time to be like fun to play. Oh, that got really loud. Tell Jay I'm gonna turn this down so you can hear me. Oh no. But Legend of Grimrock, really good game. Get it on Steam. Legend of Grimrock 2 is really, really amazing, especially if you've never played a first-person dungeon crawler before. Can't recommend it enough. Probably one of my most favorite games of all time, like top 3. And I'm just battling now. Yeah, you know you're not. I can poison Jay's mind before they even get back to the computer. I can simply mislead and gaslight. Yeah, I think 2 has a bunch of user-created content. I've always wanted to check it out. When I kind of wanted to do game dev stuff, I was going to get into making one of those first. Making a mod for it, because it seemed like a really fun way to learn just kind of like general programming stuff. But the second one is better than the first one, but the second one's much less forgiving if you haven't played the first one. The first one's pretty short. It's like 6 or 7 hours. The second one's like an open world, free exploration dungeon, like first person dungeon crawler, where you can kind of pick your own paths. You can do it in any order. I don't want to use the word like Dark Souls, but it really is a sort of like, oh, there's a bunch of branching paths you can choose and they all interconnect in some way. It's great. This is so exciting. Look at them run around. Let me get the sound back on here. Okay, much better. Jeez. Jay really got that underlying sound on here. Don't worry, everybody. When I'm over here after we're done streaming here, I'm gonna help Jay fix their sound problems. They don't know they have sound problems yet, but...
We're the same. Tools in the hands of a master.
This ends here.
Kaine!
Our true memories are still there. How dare you ignore them?
We were hoping to put it off for 100 years or so.
I shall fight by their side, now and forever.
I'm tired of this world.
My friend is a book.
But I'll become his sword one last time.
No! Kaine!
I'm going to save you. I swear it.
My favorite thing about these games is this is a little story time about Piro and Jay, but Jay is like the most like not anti-anime person, but the most like anime is for nerds person. When I first met them, and so it was very funny to find out that they're really into the Drakengard and NieR games because they're the most like anime ass like. I don't want to paint it as just anime because it's clearly not. He's doing his own thing, but just the character tropes that are on display. Anime is for nerds. As someone who watches some anime is for nerds. But it's just very funny to see Jay take like Drakengard 3 seriously and stuff. Not seriously, but just be like into the story of Drakengard 3 or Drakengard 2 or this.
Start making sense, you rotten book, or you're gonna be sorry. Maybe I'll rip your pages out one by one, or maybe I'll put you in the.
Maybe it's just because, you know,
How can someone with such a big, smart
these
brain
games just
hypnotize
subvert
like
the
a little
tropes,
bitch,
but
huh? Oh, Shadow Lord, I love you, Shadow Lord. Come over here and give Vice a big sloppy kiss, Shadow Lord. Now pull your head out of your goddamn ass and start fucking helping us.
yeah, I mean, like, it's perfectly fine. For the record, this is, like, not me judging. This is coming from somebody who watches anime, so, you know.
It's unfortunately true. My boyfriend does watch anime.
See, I told you. I was talking about how funny it was when I found out that you, like, were into, like, NieR and Drakengard, because you're, like, a very anime is for nerds kind of person.
Tragically, yeah. It's really, I basically don't watch anime, although I'm currently playing this game and I'm currently reading Dead Demons DDD Destruction, which some people recommended to me.
Yeah, Jay's reading manga.
Yeah, I'm reading a manga for once.
Jay wants to be a mangaka. Jay wants to draw their own manga.
What's a manga?
It's called Little Teeth.
What's a mangaka? What's Among Us?
What's Among Us?
Why do people keep saying Among Us? I don't know what that means.
I did not say I was gonna punch Jay in the back of the head for liking anime.
You're fucking up, but we great.
All right, well, chat, I guess we can, should I just bury it again, or should we see what happens if we actually give it to her?
Yeah, the intro cutscene, Tussletoes, is very Quigley, where it just tells you the entire plot, pretty much.
Quigley?
Oh, I always mention Quigley. That's the Gary Busey dog movie where he dies and turns into a dog because he doesn't like dogs.
Oh.
It's like a Christian family movie, and the trailer shows you the entire plot, including the like problem and the resolution at the end. It's great.
That's very
funny. You watch the 3-hour trailer, and it's like, yeah, I just watched Quigley. I pretty much know what happens.
Nice, which means
James, Japan. I wanted to visit Japan, but only because Lonnie and James went and really liked it and have spoken highly of it. Also, I love any country that just appreciates Twin Peaks.
Yeah,
I just want to eat everything in sight, so I want to go to Japan and just like eat and never stop eating.
Their food, apparently, like they have a really good food culture because it's like I assume just the same sort of thing. It's like the infrastructure is more conducive to like people just opening their own restaurants and stuff.
Oh yeah,
that's my
like,
assumption.
So
Well,
just
the one who found
based
it.
on how densely populated most of the urban areas in Japan are, I just love that by necessity they have to have restaurants
That's what you
everywhere,
think is best.
and just like
I doubt
and you
your
know
girl
vending
would complain
machines
about
and quick food options.
probably got the jewel in heaven anyway.
Like I would pretty
The
much
next
be
step is to visit the
I don't know.
client.
I'll end up dropping like $700 in a week on just like vending machine and fast food in Japan if I go.
You're just gonna get the burgers, and they're gonna be exactly the same as the burgers you can get at a fucking like gas station here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is I don't want to go to like
It's right here.
Japanese Burger King or something like that. That's no fun. I want to get like the egg salad sandwiches and all the other fun stuff.
So long.
I want that
Your
corn chowder in a
sterling
can.
reputation, sir, has clearly been earned. Finally, my grandfather's precious memento is home.
Just realized that
Oh, shit, hey,
my
poster.
sword is
This
just
reward,
clipping right
along
through my
with
robe.
thanks.
That's so funny. Your sword is just.
Oh fuck yeah, that was way more
So
good
the
money.
mermaid tear was being gifted to her.
That's much better. Do you have to go into the lab
Stir
now
up some
still?
Powerful memories.
I assume that was
Alas,
part
it
of
is
this
far too
quest.
late to bring it
No, that was just the end of this quest. I'm just saving now so we don't have to do it
to
again.
her now.
It made its way to her in the next life.
Hot corn soup
Sure.
in a can? Is that a thing?
so-
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what
like
that's literally what I was just saying too. That's so funny.
Oh, you know what oh man, we need to go get food from Stars in the Sky
Stars in the
again.
Sky, yeah.
Because they have those like corn cheese that's really good.
Oh, the corn cheese. Yeah, the cheese. So, way back when, before I moved in with my current roommate, we did a food exchange across, because we lived in different cities, and I ordered him some delicious Korean food, but I also ordered him corn cheese as a joke because I thought the idea of corn cheese was hilarious.
And it ended up being delicious. Yeah,
Well,
I remember that.
I would have eaten it. No, he ended up being weirded out by it, but it's just sweet. It's like a Korean dish. It's just sweet corn with cheese melted on top of it.
Yeah, it's really good.
It actually does taste good.
Because I think when we had gone there, we had ordered, it for the same thing of just like, we were just like, oh, we just want to see what this is. Like, what could corn cheese be?
It's like, wow,
And then
cool.
it came, and it is just corn with cheese on it. But
Yeah.
then you try it, and it's like, oh, this is actually really tasty. Like, it's actually like really good corn for it.
Yeah, I don't know about where y'all are, but Korean food is definitely like the next big like in vogue thing.
Do you think it's going to be the thing that everyone's going to get into?
Oh, 100%. Like, you know how sriracha was just everywhere for 10 years?
Yeah.
It's literally going to be that with gochujang, like the like fermented chili paste. It's already
I
everywhere.
literally feel like I just suddenly started hearing people talk about that,
Yeah.
about it constantly.
Y'all can, this is my prediction, you can come back in a year to Jay's stream.
Invest now in
yeah.
Korean food.
Invest now in gochujang, because you're gonna see Jack in the Box like gochujang burgers. You're gonna see like a McDonald's premium chicken gochujang sandwich.
What do you think? What kind of things do you think they're gonna call it?
It's gonna be like my new spicy Korean chicken sandwich with because remember when Jack in the Box did the sandwiches? They had like a banh mi and like a Philly and stuff. That was awful.
Oh,
This
yeah,
was like a
I
couple
forgot
years
about
back.
that.
They tried to make banh mi's a big thing, and that failed because like
The whole point of banh mi is that it's cheap.
yeah, is that it's cheap and it relies on just like fresh ingredients. So
Oh,
it
yeah.
like tastes good because you're eating fresh vegetables. Like, you know, like I mean that's not like the only reason, but you know it's kind of like this banh mi should taste fresh. It doesn't lend itself to fast food. The Wendy's First Kitchen. See, as I've gotten older, I've realized I want to go to more dumb, kitschy tourist stuff. Like, I want to go to the Cup Noodle Museum and make a custom cup noodle. That sounds great.
Is there a cup noodle museum?
Oh, yeah. So in Japan, you can go to the Cup Noodle Museum, and they, at the very end, you can pick your ingredients to put in, but they have, like, a bunch of stuff you don't normally see. And so you can pick, like, freeze-dried beef cubes and stuff like that, and they make it there for you, and then they seal it for you and give it to you. So you can make a custom cup noodle.
That does sound good. I am such a fan of like the weird, actually variations of weapons and like weird attacks you can do in combos.
Yeah, it's dope. I want to know when this style of game, like, first started. Like, what could you point to as like?
Oh, Beautiful Joe.
Really,
It's
side scroller though.
I feel like it's but it's a platinum game. It's
Yeah.
like the platinum trademark style.
Because I was like watching this and I'm just like, you know, this is like pretty similar to how the combat in Final Fantasy 15 is, but NieR came, you know, 10 years before that.
Oh well, no. This is the combat looking like this is post that.
Okay.
The combat in the old game looked nothing
Hey there,
like this.
guys.
The combat in the old game was very, very simplistic.
That's very funny.
You think
Actually,
That is one of the
where's
things
this
that they
playing with?
specifically remastered for this. Are you getting the dog out?
I'm just shutting the door.
Oh, okay.
there's an entrance.
Good.
So the dog doesn't come back in.
That's fair. Well, I guess maybe I'll
This
go
room
to the
truly
save
contains the power to
first.
control all magic.
Yeah, you can.
I can use
See,
it
I'm
to
not like
cure
a big
my
drinker,
eyes.
but I feel like I
If
would
we
never
could
in Japan. I would not be able to resist all the like
both
vending machine
Emil
beers and
Kaine at
cocktails.
once, it would be quite
Like
an
those
achievement.
single serve
Two birds
sakes
with
that come
one,
in like the little glass jars. Those look
stone,
so
as
good.
they say.
Wow, Vice. I didn't think you cared.
Perhaps this tome is getting a bit sappy in his old age.
I'm trying to get to. I want to make sure that I actually save before we go into this.
No, that's fair. Hey, you can do savory chocolate. Chocolate steak's a thing. There's steaks out there they rub with like cocoa beans. It's supposed to be pretty good, like a cocoa bean encrusted steak before they fry it. I mean, it's not sweet. The idea of chocolate as you know it is a lie.
Yeah, it's because of Big Hershey.
It's because of Big Milk. Fuck. NieR is Kingdom Hearts.
Ramen with what? I tried putting Nutella on a hot dog when I was 5 and I threw up my bowels. How do people eat that? Well, the problem is that it was Nutella and you put it on a hot dog.
Yeah.
Which are like both incorrect combinations right there.
Yeah, that sounds like a combination of two like convenience foods that nearly everybody loves. It's like combining chicken strips and mac and cheese. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. These are two very basic flavors. But I think you fucked up the match on that one.
Ramen and chocolate sauce does not sound good. I will say that.
Nothing.
I know that people have got like chocolate dipped like ramen, like crunchy ramen.
Yeah, that
and
sounds
I could
good.
see that being
Something's
fine.
amiss with Emil.
Right.
Well, have you ever had the chocolate covered potato chips, Jay?
Yes, those are good.
Yeah, it's
Because
like
I do
like
love
that.
a good salty chocolate combo.
Well, there's also that like you were saying with the chocolate covered ramen. I think they make that with the there's like a specific snack version of dried ramen that they make in like Japan. I think you can get it here, but it's just got like a kid with a hammer on the packaging. But it's made specifically to like break up and eat like chips, and I think they do a chocolate flavored one.
That
I
would
wouldn't
make
be
sense,
surprised. Like, cause dried ramen noodles are great. You can put anything on that shit. We used to sprinkle Old Bay on it when I was a kid. Now
That shit's wrong.
I mean, Old Bay.
Old Bay.
Yeah.
Old Bay sounds like my boyfriend. Because you're Bay.
Wow, you're calling me old. I
Yeah.
guess I am older than you, technically.
You are technically.
Technically.
What?
You know, on paper.
You are older than me.
Jay,
There's
Jay.
not a point where that stops being true.
Yeah, but Jay, you're an old soul.
That's fair. Technically. Fuck at it.
Wrong.
Emil is falling.
I was obsessed with. They did a bit on YKS where he's like, "You're out here fucking posting on AOL." I was like, Jesse 96. He's like, "Wow, 96. All right, thanks." Like, it's just, thanks for saying I'm like 25. Wow, that's nice of you.
People, me and my brain. People who are start posting in 20 and 96 aren't 20. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Oh yeah, they are.
Well, so I think that's pretty valid to not like the weird combination of sweets and greasy fat shit. Because there was just a period where they were just doing that with everything, like and seeing what stuck, and a majority of that stuff is like not very good. Like a deep fried candy bar is good like the first time you have it, and then like never again.
Oh god, yeah. The deep frying obsession is a mess.
Yeah,
That
it was
a
pretty
mistake.
bad. So like the best deep fried snacks were like the ones that weren't like overtly sweet. Like mole. Mole is super good. Mole like on
Okay,
chicken
DCB.
enchiladas. Yeah, have a good one. 3CB.
Is there another? I thought I had picked up 2 key cards before. Let me see where we are.
So, the best fried food I ever discovered was a deep fried Pop-Tart. Because it was basically like eating a giant toaster strudel.
Man, I lost all those word edits I got too.
Yeah, you don't have to deep fry everything. So What that give you? Oh, that was just XP and item up.
Yeah, well, it's I'd gotten a bunch of word edits too. But yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, oh man, because I'd gotten up to like the 15% one, which is really good. But now I'm like back to like 6% for like attack power and whatnot. I guess I have armor break again.
It's very funny to me that you made like an annoying weapon system that barely gives you any bonuses.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, like it can be really useful as you level up and get more. It's just you gotta level up and get more.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Deep fried eggplant slap. Actually, I should make eggplant parmesan sometime soon. I haven't made that in a long time.
That sounds delicious.
It's significantly less work than making chicken parmesan, so.
Edit the sphere I just got. More item drop.
I got a speedo. Come and get me, Freddy.
Okay.
What? That's for you.
I was like, yeah, I know. That's just like, alright. Mwah.
Mwah. Sorry, I was distracted. What are we doing? You still fighting?
Well, I'm trying to kill these guys before I accidentally knock them down the fucking stairs again.
What's this? Scrap of paper.
Who's that little fella down there? We have completed the initial research into number 6. As this will likely mark a great leap forward in the Gestalt research, the National Weapons Research Laboratory has made the completion of the number 6 project its top priority. Budget for all their projects are to be frozen effective immediately.
Oh yeah. So
Here, this used to be some manner of magical research facility.
This must have been where I was.
oh, I just realized who Emil.
Yeah, in the original NieR Automata.
Yeah, well, I recognize the name.
I'll be okay. We need to keep going. Sorry for the trouble.
Yeah, I realize like if you played Automata and have met NieR or are familiar with him since he's such an iconic character and you meet him in the game, you're like, huh, that's weird. Why is this fancy lad represent like a skeleton man in the other games?
Yeah.
And we're about to find out why. But first, I have to slaughter this horde of children with my spear.
Very nice. Good show.
Yeah, I did get a combo master achievement apparently.
You got 120. This seems like the place to get a high
Yeah.
combo. Well, with the environments being tiny, actually.
Tiny and them spawning a shit ton of enemies onto you at once.
Yeah, these must be like unique enemies, right? Like they probably have because don't they normally take a few more hits than this?
Nah, it varies. It also probably depends on like the weapons I've got.
This is exactly like Torchlight to me.
What Siri? What is Torchlight?
Oh, Torchlight was someone who, they were like, well, we're gonna make our own Diablo killer in like 2010 or something like that. Like during the first like indie rush, you know, like right around Fez and all that time, and it was really bad. Anyway, that's all. But everyone convinced themselves it was like an amazing game, where it was just kind of okay. We were just starved for Diablo clones at the time. But they made $1 billion and made Torchlight 2 and 3, so.
I finally got the weapon one I was looking for again, which is 15%. So now we're cooking with magic. Now these upgrades are really buffing up my fucking shit.
Hell yes.
15% damage? That's so much extra damage. We will tonight unleash real Emil. That is my promise to you. Ah, fuck. I don't remember if we have to redo this every time you do you redo the time skip. Like, I don't remember if the time skip starts here, if it starts after you save Kaine.
I hope Kaine's okay. she's vibing. It's fine.
Oh yeah. Hold on. This area is great for this one. Let me see. I always forget that this area is great for this.
Yeah, that seems like cheating. Although it probably uses like all your power or whatever. Huh?
Nope, you basically just charge it up, and then once you let it go.
Seems strong. I don't know.
I'd forgotten about it because normally I get it like the order you get them in depends on what order you do them in. And I did them in a slight like the bosses and stuff.
Oh,
and I did them in a slightly different order this time. So I forgot that I had actually unlocked it. Whirlwind has also changed a lot. Whirlwind looks a lot cooler now.
Still a lot of quality of life improvements.
Well, now it's like these weird fucked up blades, whereas before it was like, oh shit, and my atom ratio is just went up by a lot. Before it was just like spikes. Pretty boring design, actually.
I didn't realize your copy of Murder Death Spring Town came on like a blank VHS.
So I have two. So it's actually taped over a VHS.
That's awesome.
That was already used. But I also have a DVD copy. That is the 9/11 version of the film that they had exclusively for sale on the website. That was like a rare, like one of the few VHS tape ones that they dropped.
Yeah.
And it's the Mandela effect edit, where it's like a shorter edit of the film, and the girlfriend is just not in the movie at all anymore.
That's fun.
So it's just like she and all of the plot lines involving her are just completely edited out of the film. And it opens with a re-edit of footage from 9/11 of newscasts to create an alternate world in which 9/11 happened while Trump was president.
What? That's wild. That's so weird.
And then after the movie, the rest of the tape is just like 9/11 like conspiracy like videos and stuff that were already on the tape.
That's wild. That's so cool.
No, it's such a cool little like thing that they added. Cool.
What deficit? COVID? Labor shortage? Biden, what are you talking about? Get up! It's 9/11.
Get up! We have to do 9/11.
Well, yeah. Wait, what's that bit where it's like? Someone just like, what if someone just ran into your room like, oh my god, they did 9/11, like, like where were you on 9/11? Well, my mom ran in and said, oh my god, they're doing 9/11 right now.
There is that classic drill tweet that's like, guy in the bathroom like of the World Trade Center is on 9/11. Dude, get out of there. They're doing 9/11 outside.
That's right. That's probably where I got it from. Yeah, no, I was like, I know the phrase that they're doing 9/11 is from something. I wasn't clever enough to come up with that.
And then he's like, the bit is that he's like, 1 second.
Yeah. I feel like the Remember Me 9/11 shot is like identical to the guy at the end of Uncut Gems in the room, where he's just got the like the fucking like stare.
Yeah.
It's the same. They're staring at each other.
These fucking suck. I hate these fucking bubble boys.
You know, thinking back, I don't think it's a stretch of conjecture to say that 9/11 and the subsequent things that happened afterwards would have been identical if it was Joe Biden in the White House instead of George Bush.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
just, you know.
I mean, here's the thing: it wouldn't have happened because Dick Cheney would have been in office.
That's true. Well, no, this just presupposes that the cabinet's Republican appointed, but Joe Biden's the only thing that changed. It's like.
I do need to do that edit. I want to do an edit where it's like POV of like Dick Cheney waking you up in bed, and it's like, oh, good morning. Like you got pretty wasted last night, huh? And then like all the like coronavirus, da da da. Oh, like, oh, Mr. President, like you're like Mr. President, you must have had one hell of a bender. Anyway, get up, silly. We're doing 9/11 today.
Yeah. We got big plans today. Or you gotta just use like one of the names of the hijackers. Be like, Blank called us recently. He said he's a go.
Yeah, Jesus. Look at just this blender. Look at me just fucking tear these things up.
This feels intentional.
Yeah, it's very much so like the Yoko Taro thing of just like making you just like fucking just rip and tear through enemies.
Yeah. Yeah, you get Dick Cheney hunting accident, but you turn into what's the name? The wife from Twin Peaks who thinks it's like 1976. What's her name? The eye patch. Yeah, you turn into Nadine.
Ah, they were all behind me. So I gotta find... There you go, yeah. I'm not going in here without charging out. Oh, there it is.
I love the obnoxious amount of key cards this section has.
Yeah, no, it's very, very
intentional.
goofy.
Yeah.
Also, when you're getting keys to get around Emil's place, they're all like the sun key, the moon key, the death key. Like it's like I said, it's like a full-on like just riff on like Resident Evil style systems.
Wait, Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I feel like you're getting your timeline mixed up here. I don't know if that came out pre 9/11. I don't know. This I'm not getting sucked into this fantasy at all now.
Look it up. When did it come out? What would
Probably
you do?
like
Slipknot
99.
Coma woke up pre 9/11, but you were in a Limp Bizkit Slipknot phase with Surge Addiction and played Tony Hawk's Underground 2, Transparent XO. It's a coma. It's coma time. Fuck you. I guess that's fair. Because I was gonna say Xbox was definitely post 9/11.
Well, if this is a coma, then where's Markiplier? I was promised that if I'm in a coma, Markiplier is going to try to wake me up. Yeah, 2004. What is this? What is this ridiculousness? No, I don't know. I feel like that'd be pretty ideal, you know. At the time, Limp Bizkit was saying all the things we were thinking, such as.
You know what? I was saying all the things you said.
God damn it. That's true. Tattoo was tearing up the charts. 50 Cent in the club was also tearing up the charts.
Guard break 10%. Perfect. That's one of the things. Oh yeah. Okay, it's Vari. See, it's like stuff like this. It would be so much easier if they just like made it so it's like, yes, if I get more of this line, just update it. Just update the Varus.
I mean, it's not difficult.
It's Goma time. You also get Gangnam Style, whatever. I would give anything to go back into a world of Gangnam Style.
Oh, boy, dude, the day I remember the day Gangnam Style like was everywhere, like just when it became like a big meme because it was the first day of PAX.
Oh God, that sounds
literally
miserable.
Everywhere. There was this guy in a stormtrooper costume with a giant boombox that was just walking around everywhere, playing it as loud as possible. It was so funny. Just like everybody was into Gangnam Style.
Who's that lad? And who's that lady?
Huh.
A solution for long-term storage of number 6, a progress report on number 7, disguising the laboratory's above-ground facility as a mansion.
It's a mansion, of course.
This is also, I guess, pretty accurate to Resident Evil games, where it always just turns into like there's a massive lab underneath.
This is like identical to the plot of the first Resident Evil movie.
What the hell was going on down here?
I want him in the Femboy Project.
What was I doing here?
I think that's actually true. I think Gangnam Style probably wouldn't exist without 9/11.
I have doubts as
That's
to whether
true.
or not Emil will be able to continue.
I mean, it just depends. Would South Korea have risen to its place as like a second to first world country that it is now? If 9/11
And I mean,
never
like
happened?
Gangnam is like specifically about like the Gangnam district.
Yeah, which was like a basically New Money district, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's like it is a song about new money, so it's like you would inherently have to have the economic boom that led to the new money situation in North Korea to lead to Gangnam Style.
Right, which would require a domestic focus in the U.S. from electronics to weapons, if I remember right. So that makes sense. Yeah, 9/11. 9/11 caused Gangnam Style. So I think that's a pretty safe assumption.
So hey, think Bin Laden today.
Yeah. Yeah, Psy used to be a political rapper. Yeah, I remember that came out like right after Gangnam Style was really big because a lot of conservatives didn't like it because he said some shit about America, which is really funny.
Yeah, weird that he would have something angry to say about America. in the genre of rap, which famously is very pro-American.
Yeah. Well, yes, because the only rapper we need is Kid Rock and the American Badass, The Undertaker.
God, I forgot he did that.
It's awful. There was a phase. I used to follow wrestling when I was a kid, and there was a phase in the early 2000s when Kid Rock was really big. And The Undertaker went from being a goth guy who carries around coffins and has a big hat to an American badass, a very hardcore right-wing Republican guy who rides a motorcycle and listens to Kid Rock, and everybody fucking hated it.
That's so funny.
And it was like, for him, it was like, no, this is me. Like, this is actually who I am. I'm not like a goth guy. I'm like a shitty like motorcycle riding like Trump loving Republican guy. Like, it's very funny. So he had to quietly go back to being a goth because no one wanted to watch him wrestle anymore.
That's so funny. I did not know that.
Emil is
Getting cancel culture for no longer being goth.
Yeah, no, it's so funny too because you'd think like with 9/11 and everything happening, like pro-America was like that was like it was like the height. Like pro-America fever was everywhere. So you'd think some like pro-American Republican dude would be very popular, but not so.
This little
Emil is
following by, we're in a giant playground area with a tree that's been encaged.
He's having fun. Leave him alone. Let Emil go on the elephant slide.
Look at me go.
to like all of its health in like one attack.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm just gonna do this. Fuck any other strategy.
Yeah, it worked on the last boss, I guess.
Magic defense. Ah, fuck. I didn't want to use the help stuff. Oh, there's the key. I missed it before. Oh, there's Emil. The donor body Halua has been chosen from among the 7 candidate subjects to proceed to the next stage. In addition to protecting state secrets, all but one of the remaining subjects will be disposed of. The donor body Emil, however, will be kept in a storage as a fail-safe measure.
Yeah, he's getting a bong hit transplant.
Yeah. Shut up.
You sure you're okay, Emil?
I'm a weapon? What does that even mean?
So that's why Emil doesn't age, by the way.
Am I?
I figured he was like a robot.
And the thing about his eyes aren't that he's like cursed. It's that they used magic weapons development science on him.
It appears he's trying to remember something.
You're gonna be fine.
Am I? Am I really?
Yeah, Pazuzu, this
Your past
life
makes
is
no
actually identical to the
We'll support you
Ashton
no matter
Kutcher
what.
film Butterfly Effect.
At any rate, you would hardly be the first member of our merry band to have issues.
Issues. This really is just what gays be like.
Gays be friends with books.
Books and wars.
And books and dames.
I will simply hold this charge. Wow, this area looks way cooler now that it's like actually fully rendered.
Yeah, this looks nice.
I love that it's like this massive storage room, and then this is all that's in it.
It's just this nailed up corpse.
Yeah, but it's like a huge corpse, but it's like disproportionately small compared to the size of the room.
What's up, Emil? That's you, buddy. I have no idea. Just assume.
You'll see. You'll see who this is.
I remember now.
Huh?
Oh.
I remember everything.
I can't believe Femboy NieR looks like that now. It's so funny.
We used to be humans. Normal humans. Just a bunch
This
of
is
regular
Eva.
human kids like you'd
God.
see anywhere. And then we came here. They wanted to turn us into weapons. So they used magic to perform terrible experiments on us. Eventually they succeeded. They managed to create a perfect weapon. The name of that weapon was Number 6. But soon they lost control of Number 6, and the experiment was deemed a failure.
Emil always had the fancy lad get up, even when they were giving him weapon eyes.
So they created me. I'm
So the
Number
reason
6.
his butler is so weird and robotic is because he's literally
Weapon
was
or no
created to
weapon,
like
you're still
guard
Emil to us.
Emil.
Emil,
Yeah.
because Emil is number 7, like a weapon.
Thank you.
Emil is Flapjack to me. They dress the same way and act the same way. Damn, you're a weapon, but like Number 6 looks like way cooler and bigger than you.
This-
I don't know.
Is Number 6.
That's also his sister.
She's
Yep.
my sister.
Assumedly part of the experiments they did made her
This thing
massive.
is alive.
I assume they put their brain in like one of these robot bodies or something. They use the consciousness to power
My
them.
sister is the greatest weapon ever made.
Yes, go on.
And with her power, I could eradicate my petrification curse.
So
Oh
what's the
yeah,
plan
the ruffles on Emil's
First, you have to promise me something.
the front of Emil's shirt looked like bones and a spine, and it like
My
reflects the design of like the
somehow
sister.
manages
Makes
to
sense.
swallow me up. My original self becomes lost. I'm
Damn,
afraid
Emil
I
sipping
may
that
try
I
to
love my
hurt all
sister
of you.
juice. Like I said, there's a long-running theme
If that happens,
of Yoko Taro using weird sibling dynamics as like
then I want you to
metaphors,
kill me.
as like using these as like metaphors for like codependent or like fucked up relationships.
You have to get him out of there now.
I'm on it. We're not gonna lose anyone else.
So what Emil said there basically is just him repeating what Kaine said to him.
That's funny.
Oh, whoops.
I love how you look like you almost look like old
There's
NieR
still
here.
time to save him.
I mean, you don't, but like, was that just part of the time skip? Like, did Femboy NieR look like this after the time skip originally?
Yes. So
Okay.
he looked the same. He just has aged because he went from being 16 to like 21.
Okay, no, that's what I figured. I was like, he doesn't look quite as old as old man NieR, so. Ultimate weapon only spits out red balls in one plane, huh?
Fuck! Fuck that up again.
Damn, your sister's got a dumpster.
Magic. Dark Gluttony. What's that? And
Yeah, I figured he was old pre-time skip too. I just didn't know if, like.
oh, I see. It's interesting how many things are directly designed around the brother concept that get thrown out in the father version. Yeah, I mean, like, there's like the way in which he's written very clearly being like the assumption that he's a teen going into a 20-something-year-old,
Yeah.
not a 40-year-old man. But yeah, that's why his design changes, because he's supposed to go from like a shonen character to like a shonen character who becomes like fucked up.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. He becomes like a damaged shonen character, much like your Raidens of your Metal Gear Risings and such.
Yeah. Man, this boss fight is so cool. Oh fuck.
No lie, this weapon fucking sucks.
What?
Oh no! Oh, I just meant like they're like, oh yeah, we
Oh,
created
yeah,
the
their
ultimate weapon
weapon.
number 6. It's like, wow, this is your ultimate weapon, huh? Seems kind of slow. There you go. It was in that moment that we were truly Naruto. Ship it in.
Fuck.
Emil, we're coming for you.
Come back to us.
Oh fuck. Whoa. Just piecemealing it away. T&D's relationship also feels different. To Dad, they felt like managers at work. To Brother, they feel like aunts. That's so true. I didn't even think about that. Like how it's like their dynamic changes because there's like them being about the same age as NieR versus them being like noticeably like adults to NieR's life.
Like
No! Okay, I'm gonna have to do it a second time.
I guess it's low still though.
Still think about the edit of Devil and Popo as the twins from Johnny Test. Thank you. That was me. Fuck. I like that it throws a temper tantrum during these parts. There we go. Don't sleep on Darkwall or Whirlwind either. I love using Whirlwind. I haven't used Darkwall like ever. I should try it at some point. Dark. Oh fuck! I should have been using Dark Blast though. I really should have been using that too.
I feel like the ultimate weapon is actually Grimoire Vice, but
well, they're all everything we're describing is just Grimoire Weiss.
Oh, okay.
Like those are all just Grimoire Weiss's attacks.
Oh no, that's what I mean. Grimoire Weiss feels like the actual most powerful weapon, not number 6.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny you say that.
I know. Every time I say something, it's gonna get explained in like three minutes.
Yeah.
Alua, It's okay. It's over now. I'll always be watching over you, Emil. Thank you, Alua.
Who's your favorite Gumby character, Jay?
Are you kidding? None. Why would I have a favorite Gumby character?
I don't know. I mean, maybe if you had to pick one, gun to your head.
There's like 2 characters. There's
Family Tied Up.
Gumby, there's Pokey, and then there's the fucking dude.
Peckle?
No, the blockhead.
There's the blockheads, but what about the dinosaur? The yellow dinosaur Peckle?
Now get out here already.
What about Girl Gumby? Isn't there like a girl?
I can't see very well.
I think she's like a girl blockhead though.
No, don't look at me.
What is Gumby's girlfriend's name? Tara. Oh, she's from the movie.
I didn't know
Okay.
he had a girlfriend.
Oh, there's Goo. That's right. The weird like blue girl is part of their squad. She's terrifying.
Stay back.
Do you remember Goo?
No. Why would I know anything about Gumby? You keep asking me about Gumby, and I'm like, I don't know anything about Gumby. What am I possibly going to tell you?
I don't know. I love being angry about Gumby.
Chocolate controller.
Jay's
Leave me alone. I'm trying to do jigsaw quotes. Anyway, now that goes to me
God. Oh, you think he looks dope now?
Welcome back, Emil. You've been through a lot.
But my
And no one told you to dive into your sister's body.
I mean, yeah, I do.
with you when I look like this.
Oh.
What'd I tell you? We're here for you, no matter what.
So, in the NieR sequel, he's like way older or something, right?
Can you see my face?
What do you mean?
Well, isn't he a
Oh,
Emil
well,
in,
so
NieR?
yeah, in NieR Automata, it's literally like thousands,
Yeah.
if not millions of years in the future. So like in that one, he's like, one of the side quests you can do in that game is basically you help him recover some of the memories from this because he doesn't remember anything.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
it's been literally like so long. I think it's also, if I remember correctly, it turns out that's not the original Emil because they basically ended up developing Emil into like a series of weapons. So the Emil you meet is not necessarily the same Emil, but he has the same memories. They're just like lost, and it takes some time to recover them.
Well, because that's just like a whole central conceit of these games, right? Is if you're like a perfect copy of yourself, are you
yourself?
you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What makes you different? I will be right back.
Okay. Mwah.
If this is how I look
don't roll
now,
over those
then so be it.
Oh.
I was terrified at first, but it's not all bad, you know? I have the magic I wanted, and I can use it to bring Kaine back to us.
Emil.
We should hurry. She's waiting. I sure hope seeing me doesn't petrify her. You know, in fear?
I see this transformation has not stolen your terrible sense of humor.
Hold on, chat, one sec. There we go. He split himself into a ton of Emils to fight aliens. Okay, that was it. I couldn't remember quite what it was, but I remember it was some sort of thing where it's like there was a creation of multiple Emils, and that's why one of the like secret endings that's like the hardest to get is you fight a bunch of Emils on a battlefield. Let's go wake Kaine up.
Whenever I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time.
This is what I'm saying, like they have like a sister-brother dynamic.
Anyway.
I love the payoff of this part too. There she is, our girl! Which is just immediately like, oh right, there's still a shade in the basement. Oops.
Oh, I know.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today.
My sword feels lighter. It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
I think that's it. Wait, goddamn it, didn't knock on. There we go. I love when he does the big punchies. I guess this one's just more like a big chokies. Same thing. So we revived Kaine, and then realized that the shade was still in the basement, so it immediately jumped out, and we had to fight it again.
I was gonna say, why she looks fucked up. Yeah, it's really good. It's rice pudding, popsicle. So it's got chunks of rice in it. It's supposed to be a little chewy. So just so you know, it's really good though.
You gotta come back to us.
Mm-hmm. Good actually.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Oh right, I should put headphones back on. I'm like, oh, this game sure is quiet all of a sudden.
Emil, you were the one calling me.
I'm glad you like it so much.
It's really yummy. I need to start getting some of the ice cream from that gas station.
I'm gonna get Jay pilled on the like Mexican ice cream.
Because I already knew that.
I knew you right
Because I
away.
grew up in a hometown of like all.
Oh, that's true.
Of a lot of it. It's just, I haven't gotten it forever because I'm so not used to having it accessible.
That's very true.
Wow, you grew up. So.
I think the line
How's
in
it
the
been?
dad run is just like, wow, you look like shit. Aww.
Yeah, so.
Shit. That's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
So, I feel like are Dad, NieR, and Kaine like friends normally, or are they just like
No, they're also still friends. It's
okay.
so like 98% of the dialogue
Is
between
the
the two
same, okay.
games in the original release was the same. It's just that they only ported over the Japanese one. So more often than not, there was a lot of lines that were just like, oh, that's clearly like was written with the expectation of this being teen NieR because it's like, talking about friendship and whatnot. But there's some lines like that which I think specifically point out the age difference or like the fact that he's underage and like couldn't drink alcohol before Timeskip.
That makes
like
sense.
all of those lines are cut or
drinks
changed
juice.
because like obviously she can't go like, wow, you've grown up, because it's like he's 40.
Yeah.
So that's why I think he just goes like, oh, you look like shit, because it's like, oh, like the past 5 years have been rough on him.
Is that a lunar tear?
That's
It's
great.
not as good as your grandma.
Yeah, no, I would love. I was holding out hope that they had a different relationship, but I guess they don't.
Great.
They're still friends slash there's like romantic subtext to it. I imagine it'll probably be more apparent with them as the brother, because there's definitely lines in the Gestalt when I played it where it's like, oh yeah, this is clearly written like there's intent there, but it doesn't come off as well. Obviously, when Kaine's supposed to be like 19 or 20 or whatever, and like Dad Nier's like 40, and like
Yeah, that feels kinda a
clearly
little weird.
has like Shonen Jump brain, so he's like not really viewing her that way. The subtext is light enough in Gestalt that it's not creepy, basically, is what Word Number says. And it ends up coming off cross more as like Kaine having like weird feelings towards him. Because there's like a
Feels
scene
weird.
in like the last part of the game where she like pins him against the wall and like very clearly almost kisses him. And it's only because she's like pissed off. And then I think she just like hits him. But I'm assuming it's probably a bit more overt when they're like, just by the context of them being similar enough in ages now that it's like more obvious if they're flirting.
Yeah, they both have legs that just don't quit now.
Yeah, Jesus.
He has gams.
He does have gams. He's a beautiful
Kaine
tomboy.
waking from her long petrified sleep.
Oh.
Neil's unflagging kindness.
Everyone's posting that like European doctor or whatever,
Our
the
reunion was a
like the
happy
cis
one.
dude who wears like
We'll let
skirts
it
and,
wash
and
over us
heels
like
and
rain.
everything. Have you seen that going around?
No.
It's like going
That
around like
is
normie Twitter.
until
There's just
Devil
it's
and
fine.
Poker
There's like
had
this
to go
guy.
ruin it all.
This is new. This is added in as well. Like that audio, not this part.
Are you kidding me? You can't be serious.
He has 4 layers around his hip area.
Please try to understand. People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
This is crap, and you know it.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand.
I love
I
love my
look at
floating
me.
skeleton boy.
Yeah, he just
As
floats
long as
from
you're
now
still
on.
with
Yeah,
us,
he's just
I
floating
can
because
deal
he's absorbed his sister, so he now has all the superpowers that she had.
I was about to ask, like, does that mean he has the powers of the number 6 unit, basically?
Yeah, that's why I
so
said
he's like a god at this point.
That's why I said like pre-time skip he doesn't have pre-time skip he uses the eye petrification, but he doesn't after, because he basically has a wizard staff now. Like he basically just like shoots spells like Kaine does.
Right,
That's
Kaine?
fun.
I'm used to sleeping outside.
What a good line delivery.
We'll see you later.
Sorry about this.
I remember that line delivery the first time I played the game too, because she just sounds so disinterested. Like I'm used to sleeping outside. Like it's fine.
What is
Yeah,
the
Emil's
matter?
such a sweetheart.
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. Never even occurred to me. Damn it.
We should turn in.
She likes sleeping outside. What's the problem?
Well, it's like because like she was like in the first like pre-time skip, she was just like, oh, I don't go into
I didn't get
villages.
much
Let
sleep
me
that
know. Yeah, like let me know when you like want to leave, and then I'll meet you at the other entrance. Kind
For
of
the
thing.
first time in my life, I hated Devil.
And it's sort of like
first
that's kind
time
of
in my life,
foreshadowing
I
that
doubted
like
Popola.
she has trauma around her home village, so she doesn't really trust
Those
or like
feelings
being in
pointless.
villages and around people.
Gotcha.
They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the horror of the Shades. Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad. Because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
Daryl ass fucking. monologue. Just like, I never stopped and realized that I was just using them.
Yeah.
Sleep well?
Sure.
This fucking song.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale.
Oh, I've been smoking that chronic.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Smoke on that shit that gives you white chlorination syndrome.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
But first, I will pick up 900 gold. Smoking on that lunar tier.
I feel confident the child still lives.
The child.
Of course she does.
But first, I think I will plant some seeds. Since I have all this new.
Can you plant stuff before the time skip and actually like get it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I just have all these seeds, so I'm like, might as well plant them. Just have stuff.
Yeah, I just realized something.
What?
Wait, never mind.
What?
No, I lost it.
Oh.
I was reading something as I thought of a very funny joke, and then it just became what I was reading instead of the joke itself. Yeah.
Well, I think I will probably wrap up somewhat here soon, though.
That's fair.
It's getting late.
That's been like 2 hours.
Yeah, and like that's just what I've been doing is I've just been like playing this in like 2-hour bouts on stream.
It's a good idea.
Well, it's fun. But for those of you who are still here, been here, a special sneak peek tomorrow afternoon. My short game Saturday is gonna be Grey's Anatomy for the DS.
Hell.
Oh no, there's one of the things I planted before and it died.
Yeah, this farming minigame seems very punishing for no reason.
It's just based on like actual time progression. So it's like, oh, did you not come back the next day to play this game and harvest your stuff, or before that? Fuck you, it's all dead now. But if you planted it before the time skip and then wait one day, you can still harvest it normal.
Bizarre. That's like in a Death Stranding. On my second playthrough, I was like, I'm not gonna let the old guy die. I'm gonna keep bringing him medicine, and then I just never played the game again after the first week. I was like, oh yeah, he's dead. He's dead.
Hi. I kind of thought you'd never talk to us again.
I understand you're doing this for the village, and that you don't have a choice.
But I am mad.
Pretty much, yeah. But look, why don't you go talk to
I
her?
noticed that a lot of her line reads, like
wanted to
she's
discuss
changed
the
them a
Shadow
little
Lord
bit.
with you.
I'm headed there next. Oh, and Devila?
Yeah?
Sorry about yesterday. I shouldn't have lost my temper like that.
You don't need to apologize. Anyone would be upset when their friends are hurting. Let Emil and Kaine know that we're sorry, alright?
Alright.
They're so good. Processing queens. Alright, but yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. Let me see if anyone's online that we can go raid. I don't imagine there would be.
It's Friday night.
Stranger things have happened. Why did I open the podcast? Stranger things have happened. Oh yeah, looks like looks like 80 and Fern are live, so let's go raid them. Thanks for joining, everybody. This has been super fun as always. Tomorrow I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll play some more NieR after that if I get bored, but otherwise I will see y'all when I see y'all. Is there? Oh, there is in fact a quick game option.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.